Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Asim Khan. I'm from Overlook Medical Center. Um, this is just kind of a recollection or a throwback to kind of all these difficult conversations that we have as residents, as physicians, when patients are kind of in their final moments in the grips of death. And we talk to families, and oftentimes, this is a tribute to when families and patients' families teach us, much more about medicine than we can ever learn in any book. So the title of this poem is called Home is Where the Heart Is, obviously fictionalized, but I'm sure many of us have been in similar situations. Home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. That's how the old saying goes. But where is home? Apparently, no one knows. Feet perched up on the desk, the intern removes from her ears her brand new bows. The alarm, a siren, a code blue, and she sprints through obstacles high and low. Pulseless, and they frantically rush without repose. Soundless, a vacuum of torrential medical prose, and it all stops. The strip is flatline, it shows. And they all continue lining up to take their turns in rows, all on cue, a conveyor belt as far as the eye can go. Compression after compression, it never, ever slows. Son and daughter arrive in the chaos and realize that there is little hope. They say that he wanted to pass at home among loving hands he knows, to die a wishful death, not in the drab room under a white throw. He always used to say, you will reap the seeds you sow. He didn't want this, but he just didn't know. The doctor, she never told him that he could silently go. Instead, he suffered one after one painful blows until the heart found its home. No more diastole to passively pour into the cavity, motionless, absent of its rhythmic contour. The time of pronouncement, early morning, 4:04. Her stethoscope extends on chest wall, only silence to hear. Deep inside his heart, she cannot peer. She thinks she made a mistake. She says never again for 100 years. Outside the dimly lit room, thunder strikes and they all circle. All the crows, forevermore, forevermore. The tragedy more grim than the writings of Edgar Allan Poe. If only the doctor had asked for more, if only she had the courage gathered from her core, she could have prevented what will become tragic lore. To ask on that fateful night, before all of this, what are your wishes, sir? Would you like to talk with family and stir? I am not God, not a seer, but with words sincere in this moment of pain, unknown and hidden fear. Together we will stay away from the heartache so severe. Together we will agree to make you comfortable, so that you may reach the edge of the frontier, calm and serene, so your family may revere. She sees the reality and awaits the anger and leer of denial and frustration from family severe of suffering she caused. It was her fault. Isn't it so clear? Instead, his daughter, exasperated and full of tears, she comes close and she whispers, thank you, my dear. You did all you could to make him reappear, but shortly it was his time, this second, this moment, this year. Stay strong, for you are the vanguard of the weak and the ill, far and near. Stay strong, my darling. For my sake, I hope you can persevere. The young intern, she remembers the French saying, Gardez le nord. She says, keep steady and maintain the course. For you there is redemption, so you must rise above and soar. Be wary of incessant guilt and remorse. Looking back at the daughter, she too whispers, my heart has found its home. It is not in the deep depths of misery and catacombs like those that envelop the ancients of Rome. But it is here, in this hospital, with you and all my patients. I choose not to suffer alone.